For today's lesson, we're going to take a look at volume of square-based pyramids and cones. All right, so in previous lessons, we've looked at surface area and volume, but we've looked at it with rectangular prisms and cylinders. Now we're going to take a look at square pyramids and cones. All right, so SOL 8.6, solve problems including practical problems involving volume, surface area of cones, and square-based pyramids. So your learning target. For this lesson, I can determine the volume of square-based pyramids by using concrete objects, diagrams, and formulas. I can determine the volume of cones by using concrete objects, diagrams, and formulas. All right. All right, so let's start off. The square-based prism, or the square prism, and the square pyramid shown have the same base area and the same height. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a few seconds and I want you to tell me, how are the solids similar? All right, so your responses could vary, but one thing that we can say is that they're similar because they have the same base. So both have a square base. All right, now I want you to tell me, how are the solids different? All right, and again, these answers could vary, but we could say that the prism has more faces, or in other words, we can say sides. All right. We can also say that the prism, all of the faces are rectangles, whereas the pyramid has triangles. So the prism faces are rectangles. And the pyramid faces are triangles. Again, you could have different responses, which I will view your responses, but those are just a few similarities and differences showing that we've already worked with rectangular prisms. Now we're going to take that knowledge of rectangular prisms and we're going to apply it to square-based pyramids. All right, so now here, not only are we going to talk about the differences, but we're actually going to look at the differences in the volume. So for example 1, it says, what is the difference between the volume of this square prism and the volume of the square pyramid? All right, so the first thing is we already know the formula for volume of a prism. All right, so if we look at the prism has a volume of length times width times height. All right, so we have 3 times 3 times 6. All right, when we multiply 3 times 3 times 6, we get 54 centimeters cubed. So remember, with volume, everything is cubed. All right, now let's look at the formula for the volume of a square-based pyramid. So that's 1/3 B times H. And I'm going to put over here a side note. B is equal to area of the base. All right, so this is very similar to volume of a square-based pyramid because we are essentially still taking the area of the base. So if we look at the area of the base here is 3 times 3, and we essentially multiplied that there as well. So we can also say that the volume for a square-based pyramid, of a rectangular prism, is also big B times H because you're taking the area of the base times the height. So it's essentially very similar, but it's 1/3. So that's the big difference there, is the 1/3, the base times the height, or the area of the base times the height. All right, so we have 1/3. We're looking at our area of our rectangular pyramid, or square-based pyramid, So our area is going to be 3 times 3. So our big B is going to be equal to 3 times 3, which is going to give us 9 times the height of 6. All right. So we have 9 times 6, which is 54, and 1/3 of 54 is going to be 18. And this is also centimeters cubed. All right, so taking a look here, it did ask us what is the difference between the volume. All right, so we have 54 minus 18, which gives us 36. All right, so we can say that the difference between the volumes is 36 centimeters cubed. And I'm just going to bubble that because that is our response or our answer, because that is the difference. All right, so now we're going to do some examples. All right, so this example says determine the volume of the square-based pyramid, or I should say square pyramid below or shown. All right, so remember in the previous slide, we determined that V is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. All right, so we can see that the area of our base is going to be 9 because we have 3 times 3. So remember the square, area of a square is length times width. And we have our height of 4. All right, so again, we have 9 times 4, which is going to give us 36, and 1/3 of 36 is going to be 12. So the volume of our pyramid is 12 meters cubed. I almost said squared. All right. All right, so for this next example, all right, I want you to pause the video and try this on your own. So this is similar to the first example that we did. So it says, what is the difference between the volume of the square prism and the volume of this square pyramid? So the first thing you have to do is find the volume of your rectangular prism, and then find the volume of your square pyramid, and then subtract them to see what the difference is. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try this example on your own. All right, so let's first start off by looking at our rectangular prism. As we said, let's put prism here. The formula is volume is equal to length times width times height, or we can say the area of the base times the height. Here we see that we have volume is equal to 9 times 9 times 6.3. Erase that, put my parentheses, times 6.3. And we get that the volume is 510.3, and we're going to put centimeters cubed. All right, so now let's look at the pyramid. If I can spell pyramid correctly, that would be very beneficial. There we go. So the formula, volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So we have 1/3 of 9 times 9 times 6.3. All right, so if you notice here, they have the same measurements. All right, so the square base has a length and a width of 9 and 9, and a height of 6.3 for both of them. All right, so then once we multiply here, we get the volume of, put my B's, 170.1 centimeters cubed. All right, so now that we've found the volume of both, we're going to take the volume of our prism, which is 510.3, and the volume of our square pyramid, which is 170.1. We're going to subtract them, and we get 340.2 centimeters cubed, because again, we're talking about volume. So when it's asking us the difference, we can put that here. The difference between the volumes is 340, not 304. Let's write these numbers correctly. 0.2 centimeters cubed. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and transition into our cones. All right. So again, very similar to what we did in the previous example. It says the cylinder and cone both have a radius of 3 centimeters and a height of 6 centimeters. How much greater is the volume of the cylinder than the volume of a cone? All right. So just like the rectangular prism and the square pyramid were similar, we also see that our cylinder and our cone is similar as well. All right, so if we remember from our previous notes, we know that the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h, where r is the radius. Remember, radius is half of the diameter. So if we plug this in, remember we're using 3.14 for pi. Our radius is 3. Remember, we have to square the radius. And then we have a height of 6. All right, so remember with any of these formulas, you do not have to memorize them. You do have a formula sheet. All right, so here we're going to multiply 3.14 times 9 times 6, and we're going to get the volume of 169.56, and that is a 9 there. All right, putting our units, we're going to have centimeters cubed because, again, we are still working with volume. All right, now let's look at the cone. So the volume of a cone is V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. All right, so just like with the rectangular prism and the square pyramid, the formulas are similar except for with the square pyramid and the cone, we have 1/3 in front of the rest of the formula. All right, so we have 1/3 times 3.14 times our radius squared, which is 3 squared, times our height of 6. Sorry, ran out of a little bit of space there. Again, we're going to multiply that together, and we get that our volume is 56.52. And we also have to put our unit, so it's centimeters cubed. All right, so the question asks us, how much greater is the volume of the cylinder than the volume of the cone? All right, so we're going to take our 169.56 and we're going to subtract 56.52, which gives us 113.4. And that's going to be centimeters cubed. So the volume of the cylinder, so we can write this, the volume of the cylinder is 113.04 centimeters cubed greater than the volume of the cone. All right. Now for this next example, it says use the diagram to determine the volume of the cone. So we're going to practice finding the volume of the cone. So remember the formula is V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. So here we have V is equal to 1/3. We're going to use 3.14 for pi. Our radius here is going to be 4. They give it to us. Remember, it's radius squared times the height of 9. All right, so always have to remember to make sure you're paying attention to whether they give you the radius or the diameter. And in this situation, they gave us the radius. So once we multiply all this together, we get the volume of 150.72. We can't forget about our units, so we're going to have millimeters cubed. All right. Let's take a look at another example. So we're doing the exact same thing here. All right, so our formula for volume of a cone V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. So V is equal to 1/3 times 3.14 times our radius of 2.3. Remember, our radius is squared, times our height of 15. All right. So again, we're going to multiply this together. And then again, just as a reminder, paying attention to whether they give us the radius or the diameter. And once we multiply this together, we get the volume of 83.05. And we're going to put meters cubed. All right, because we're working with volume. All right. And for this last example, I want you to try this one on your own. So I'm going to give you the formula. So remember, the formula for volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. So I want you to pause the video and try this one on your own. All right, so let's take a look at this example. So I have V is equal to 1/3 times 3.14 times our radius. So here they gave us the diameter. So remember, the radius is half of the diameter. So in this case, our radius is going to be 5 squared times the height of 14. All right. Once we multiply all this together, we get the volume of 366.33, and we're going to put centimeters cubed. All right. Now I want you to summarize what you've learned from today's lesson.